Hey guys, and welcome to the playthrough of Warcraft Orcs and Humans. In this one, we're going to be going through orcs. If you watch my earlier episodes, they were for the humans. So let's go ahead and start the campaign. No, in fact, I'm going to take you back and I'm going to let you watch the intro, just in case this is your first time through.
In the Age of Chaos, two factions battled for dominance. The Kingdom of Azeroth was a prosperous one. The humans who dwelled there turned the land into a paradise. The Knights of Stormwind and the Clerics of Norsha Abbey roamed far and wide, serving the King's people with honor and justice. The well-trained armies of the King maintained a lasting peace for many generations. Then came the Orcish hordes. No one knew where these creatures came from, and none were prepared for the terror that they spawned. Their warriors wielded axe and spear with deadly proficiency, while others rode dark woods as black as the moonless night. Unimagined were the destructive powers of their evil magics derived from the fires of the underworld. With an ingenious arsenal of weaponry and powerful magic, these two forces collide in a contest of cunning, intellect, and brute strength, with the victor claiming dominance over the whole of Azeroth. Welcome to the world of Warcraft.
And there you go, there's the storyline, guys. We're going to go ahead and start. As you can see, there's other options you can pick between. And we're going to go ahead and do the orc campaign.
Black Cat has assigned you to an outpost in the swamps of sorrow. Your task is simple enough that even the war chief feels that you are capable of it. Construct at least 6 farms so that we may keep our troops well fed and ready to do battle. Only a fool would leave his treasures unguarded, so you must also build a barracks for the defense of these farms.
Well, there you go. If you guys watch the human campaign, you'll know that that's the exact same mission they give you for them. It seems to be a little tutorial mission. This guy up here. In case you're wondering how I'm doing what I'm doing, just moving your mouse around and left-clicking on the people to select them. And then to tell them to do something, you literally have to select it here. You can't just right-click the mouse button or left-click the mouse button. You have to tell them what you want them to do. Now, you can group more than one person together if you hit the shift button. You can click on multiple people. You can have up to 4 people in one group. Or you can hold down the control button and drag. And that's what I'm going to go ahead and do for these guys. I'm going to take them out and explore a little bit, you know, and see what kind of trouble they can get into. Why this guy down here is building and harvesting and stuff. What I just did here, by the way, is I built another peon. They cost 400 gold. If you look up on the top, you can see how much gold and how much wood you have. Right now I have nobody chopping wood, so you know I need another peon to help with the resource gathering. Now, how many of those peons you want is completely up to you and your game style. You can have, you know, 15, 20 peons working for you. You'll be able to harvest a lot faster. It will be slower starting out because you have to waste so much resources on the peons and building the farms for them. But once you get it going, you'll definitely be progressing through the game a lot faster than most people will, simply because you're able to, you know, harvest the resources so quickly. This guy's finished, so I'm going to send him to work over here and build another one. In fact, I can't. I'll build another farm. Now, these buildings all have to be connected to these roads somehow. You can build more roads in here. They cost 50 gold apiece. Now, they only want me to build 6 farms and a barracks. Let's see how this turns out. quite go as well as I hoped it would, but it's another gold mine. As you can see, if you click on them, they have a certain amount of gold inside, and that's it. If you go over mine, you can see it has a certain amount, and as they take it out, it will dwindle down, and they take out 100 every single time they come back, whether it's from a tree or from a gold mine. As you can see, it's counting down.
Your command, Master. Butlers.
Now I'm going to have them work their way back down to my base. Just in case I run out of gold, I know how to get back up here safely. Now, Fog of War is what you see in most games, where unless a unit is standing there, you can't see what's there. I mean, you can see the territory because you've explored it before, but you can't see if there's a guy standing there. In this one, you don't have that. Fog of War is this black stuff, and once you've revealed the area, it's there, it's open. And if there's an enemy unit walking across it, you'll be able to see it whether your unit's anywhere close by or not.
Your command, Master.
Do one more. And then I'm going to go ahead and build a barracks and start pumping out some guys. I want to explore this map for you while these guys are pumping away, gathering some resources. Now these roads that you see don't always lead to stuff. You know, sometimes they're dead end or sometimes they lead to the edge of the map, but occasionally they will. If you look at up here at the gold mill or the gold mine, you know you have the road going across. Set this guy to work. Actually, I'll send him to work up here. Now this guy, I'm going to go ahead and have him build some buildings for me. Go ahead and do the barracks, which I don't have enough for. So I'm going to have him do trees instead, since that seems to be what I need right now. And as you can see, the maps are pretty decent size, even just for starting out. I mean, this is just a basic tutorial mission, in essence, and the map is pretty big. They put more than one gold mine on the map, even though you probably wouldn't need that much. Now, those of you who watched the human campaign, you'll notice that the ground was all nice and green on theirs until you got to higher levels and you actually started fighting the orcs, and it started turning brown. The exact opposite will happen for these guys. It starts off brown, and when you get to the higher stages, it will be nice and green. Okay, well these guys do got enough wood. I'm gonna let that guy build it though. In fact, I'll do it right now because I can. I guess you can't go over these make-believe little road things. You can see when it's building that the actual image will change over time, and you can see how far along it is over here on the left, you know, for the complete. Now, these guys are actually... Well, hopefully this gets built quickly and I can get somebody out, because this guy will kill all my peons. It's not gonna finish soon enough. See if I can drag him away from my people until this is done. Okay, well that's all I really needed him for, but... And a good thing about him dying is it frees up more space. If you click on your farms, it will tell you how much space you have and how much you've used of that space. Right now I only have 5 people, but I'm not allowed to have 9. So if you want to have a bigger army, you're going to need to build, you know, more farms. And I believe they give you 5 people per farm, so you know, I'll do another one of these guys just to start building stuff. And as soon as this guy's done, we're going to go ahead and start exploring the rest of the map while these guys harvest. Now, as you can see, it takes a lot longer to chop down trees than it does to get gold. You know, even with it being this far away. So, even if you don't need the wood at the moment, I would suggest putting somebody on, at least one person, chopping down wood from the very beginning of the level. Because you will need it later on for building buildings, archers, things of that sort. Okay, let's see. I guess I could do another farm. I'll do it down here. Now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and explore the rest. Now you can make them stop, or you can make them attack. The grunts are pretty stupid. They don't, the AI in this game is pretty lousy as far as like movement. You tell these guys to go around something, a lot of the time they'll get stuck, or go way out of their way to go around it. They're not exactly the greatest AIs there. They're kind of like the Three Stooges most of the time. But when somebody comes to attack, most of the time you'll find that they just sit there. You literally have to tell them to attack. You need to be keeping an eye on that. At later levels for the humans, the catapults, and certain other guys do have a better, you know, aggro radius, better AI, you know, to tell them that, hey, there's an enemy there, I should actually be attacking the guy. But don't count on it, don't rely on it, because it doesn't always work. So you need to be paying attention to, you know, the guys you left back at your base to defend or whatnot. He needs more gold. So I'm going to go ahead and have this guy do some gold while we're doing this. Keep in mind, you can see their health over here. Later on, it's for the humans. I'm not sure about the orcs yet. But you get access to a cleric. I know the orcs have necros and things like that. I don't know if they can do healing, but we'll see. But if they can, you know, pull these guys back, keep them in at the base, you know, nice and safe. At least until you can heal them, or build the guys who can heal them. because there's no reason to waste resources. In this game, like I said before, you have a finite amount of both wood and gold. And so if you're willy-nilly with it, if you're wasting it just sending your troops off to die, eventually you will run out and you won't be able to complete the level. Now that also means that the enemy has a finite number of resources. They can't just keep pumping out troops, to keep attacking you without wasting those resources. So if you build up a strong enough defense, you could sit there long enough to waste all their money. Of course, they will come looking for more gold mines and things like that, and they're pretty good at finding them. But if you can stop them, or just let them waste it all, eventually you will be able to attack them and they won't be able to build any more troops. Now that will take you quite a long time. And they're pretty good about attacking. I mean, usually when they hit me, they're able to wipe out a decent number of my troops as well as theirs. And the ratio is usually a higher loss on their side because you're defending, but let's go ahead and put a couple more of these barracks down. Not barracks, farms. So I haven't run into anybody recently. As I said before, this is the first level. They're trying to make it easy on you. I'm going a little bit more than most people will. I mean, most people will just build the farms and the barracks be done in like 5-10 minutes. But I wanted to show you guys the first level, introduce you to the game for those of you who haven't played it. I didn't want it to be over, really before it started. And you need to build 6 of them, so that's going to be 5 right there. Let's see if I can find anybody else before I have enough resources to do the last one. I'll still need more gold, so I may have to end up waiting on them anyways. See, that's their version of water. You're in a swamp, obviously. The humans have nice, blue, clean water. This will be the last one. As soon as that's done, the level's going to end automatically for you. And it will go through statistics, which will show you how many buildings you lost, how many buildings you destroyed, how many units you've lost, how many resources you gathered of both wood and gold. And then it will also show you the enemy of all the same stats, how much he gathered, how many units they lost, and then it will give you an overall rating. Here we go, guys. And that's the end of level 1 for the orcs. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the episode, hit the little thumbs up and subscribe. It's very appreciated.